Alright, I just had like 10 tabs open of internet, which normally I do not have that open when I'm running OBS. Anyway, exciting escape music's happening. What was the point of coming in here? I don't know, there's a nuclear missile on the way now. Somehow we know that. I don't remember the camera being like that. Oh, we got some new zombies. Oh, I definitely equipped the shotgun there. I guess I'll just go back up to, Alright, I'm looking at the map, actually. Alright, there's a red door there. I'll see if that's open now. I don't remember which room this is. Well, it's an elevator, so... I don't know if this feels like the wrong way, but whatever, I'll explore. Just be safe. And that's not a door. Alright, sorry, not talking. Resident Evil escape sequences, they're pretty cool, I guess. They're never really, like, this is definitely the wrong way. Never really that actual, like, the time limit's never strict, I guess. This is where I entered. This is stupid, but I'll go to the item box. Like, I'm trying to think, what's the toughest time limit one? Resident Evil 1's you pretty much only there for fighting the Tyrant, and that's not hard. Resident Evil 2's is easy. I mean, we don't actually have time yet. We have time fighting Nemesis, but I don't know. Metroid probably does them slightly better because you get to like go through the whole world again and like start. It's really cool how you, at least in Super Metroid, you actually like go back to the very first area of the game. Well, not the first area, it's a space station, but the first area for like 90% of the game. Your ship's just parked there, and you can go back to escape. You have to like run through areas you've actually been through. Instead of Resident Evil, it's just kind of like you don't backtrack, which would be actually a good instance of backtracking. All right, what am I doing? What do I want? I want shotgun shells. That's what I want for sure. And I got 1,000,000 ink ribbons, and I beat Nemesis, so might as well save. Where are my shotgun shells? I still need that card. Yeah, free. Yeah, alright, this is good. I'm saving. Oh, wait, I need the key. I never used the mine thrower. It's weird the crank's still in my inventory, but whatever. Alright, let's save. Oh, I'm trying to think of, well, one, what to do, but. Alright, save a new one in case my last Nemesis fight gets jacked up. It sucks, and I have to redo it. So I remember like before I actually played any of the old school Resident Evils, because I played 4 first, watched a playthrough of 5, and then Remake 1 was my first one. But anyway, there's a pretty lengthy gap between Remake 1 and playing another one. But anyway, I remember I was just very curious about if these games were actually good. Because I feel like you never... Chill, that's not me shot him. Did you guys infinitely respawn? Because I feel like I killed him plenty of times. Anyway, I was curious whether these games were like actually good. Because I feel like all you ever heard about them back then, in like, 2015, 2016. When did Resident Evil 1 Remake get re-released on like PlayStation, PS3, and PS4, and 360 and Xbox One digital release? Because I remember that was a big deal. Because... one, I think it just became one of the fastest selling digital games of all time at that point, which is kind of crazy to think about. That it wasn't that long ago that buying a whole full digital game was somewhat rare. But this is an outrageous amount of zombies. Wow, I still have one left. You all have a gun. I don't know why, it just... feel dirty using like 8 shotgun shells in a row, same place on a non-boss. But anyway, I remember Resident Evil 1 Remake got re-released, and people were like, "Hey, this game's still pretty awesome." And a lot of people hadn't, not a lot, but like it wasn't the most popular game of the series because you know GameCube exclusivity and all that. So like a lot of people had not played it, and it got good reviews. But I was curious about like the PlayStation 1 ones because you know the graphics aren't nearly as good. These remakes still look stunning today. Yeah, it's fine. I was just like, what is it about these games that is good? Because if you think about the combat, it's just, you know, do you have an ammo for a magnum? Okay, good, do good. Like, you can't actually dodge. Well, this game's a dodge. But, like, you can't actually, like, you know, like, dodge that well, and aiming's not really a thing that you have to concern yourself with. There we go, baby. So, like, combat's clearly not combat. Is it, like, the puzzles? Not really, because the puzzles kind of suck. They're stupid. Hey, like that. I hope the other one's the same type. Nice. And just like, I don't know, like, if you look at all the individual elements of Resident Evil, I don't know what would make it outstanding. They just come together really well. Damn, we're getting a lot of use out of this card. We are not getting a lot of use out of this card. Finally, this key. Just like, atmosphere is such a vague thing that's hard to define, or like an easy, oh my goodness. Oh, it only takes up 1 slot? Sick. Powerful weapon. God, this thing is huge. Oh, I can't aim it up or down. I can't aim at my feet and blow myself up. God, this rules. I don't know. Anyway, after playing them, you know, like almost 20 years after their release, I think they hold up well and are fun and good games. Even if Resident Evil 2 and 3 aren't quite as brilliant as Resident Evil 1, they still work. They kind of betrayed what made the first game so good. All the tension from that game's evaporated. They're still just great. They're fun experiences. I need to think more and come up with this better way to illustrate this hypothesis. Why am I using big words? I hate big words. I hate when people use big words to sound smart. I always try to use the dumbest words possible. Alright, where do I go now? Oh yeah, let's go to the Nikolai area. Yeah, what am I doing? I don't know, they hold up well. I think inventory management is like the least sexy thing possible, but that's just really what makes these games good, is not being able to carry, having to choose between ammo, health, or progress. Items for progress. I think that's just a secret. Yeah, well. I might be looking at crafting more shotgun shells. Nice. These guys look a lot better than the nude zombies in RE2, I feel like. Did we get any nude zombies in the remakes? I feel like we didn't, which is probably a good thing. Well, I guess I'll use one. Just why not? Let's have another one in inventory. At least there's way less of the factory than I thought left, because this definitely feels like, you know, getting close to the end game. Save him? No. Did I save after I beat Nemesis? I don't think I did, and at this point I don't really care. No, I did. I remember. Alright, cutscene's about to happen. Late to introduce mechanics. No, maybe, I know cutscene's about to happen. Just don't know when the trigger will be. There we go.
You're still alive. Such persistence.
Nikolai?
Sorry, but there is no escape from here.
Oh crap. Screw this guy or not? I don't feel like either option's smart. I think I missed the oh god. I think I took too long to just choose. Well.
Although I'm sure I'll miss you, it's time to say goodbye. You can either accept death with dignity or die with regret. It's entirely up to you.
Jill, what happened?
Carlos, Nikolai beat us to the chopper.
I guess this is it then. But I don't want to die in a place like this. This isn't over yet. I'm not giving up, Jill. We still have a chance.
Oh, I thought he was actually gonna do something.
Jill, that's it. We've got to find a way out of here. Now!
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Emergency level D. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Okay, so I looked up what the different choices are. It's a little different than I thought. I don't know if I should just spoil it, or say it, or go load up my save file and so you guys can see for yourself. But basically, if you negotiate, it will not work and he'll just fly away. If you do what I did and don't make a choice, then yeah, he'll start shooting rockets at you. And then, if you return fire to chopper, I can't tell if you still have to do like a gameplay boss fight, but it says Jill fights Nikolai until a helicopter is destroyed, killing him in the process. Alternatively, she can take cover until Nikolai bids her farewell and flies away. Which is kind of like, was basically what happened in mine, that you just saw. Alright, I'm not going to need 30 handgun bullets. No more Magnum. Alright, this should definitely be enough. Wait, do I have any reds left? I don't think so. But I think I do have a green. So I can at least combine that. Oh, I do have a red. Sweet. Alright, 4 full heals. If I can't do this in one go, I don't deserve to live. Yeah, I like the Nikolai escape ending a lot better. Which I think is what I got my first playthrough. I don't remember exactly. But I don't know, I feel like he's just a smart guy who should deserve to live for being smart enough to just get the heck out of here. I like that he's a villain who kind of accomplished his goals and just left. And I don't like in Remake how he dies, because I don't think that was the canonical reason. Because I could be wrong, because I've never really watched a playthrough of Umbrella Chronicles, but I feel like Nikolai might be in that game. I don't remember for sure. What is it? What is this? Oh. So this is a big rail cannon that we're going to use to destroy Nemesis. Oh yeah, this is interesting. So, yep. Here's a Tyrant. Dead Tyrant. I don't really know what happened to him, but... What? Yeah, so we gotta shove these in here once Nemesis appears, basically, is the gist. So... Yeah, why do I need real guns? If I'm just gonna be using this thing?
Checking system.
I just realized that timer's been going this whole time.
Checking data. Warning. There is not enough power to activate the system.
I guess it's saying the distance of how far the missile is from us. I hate pushing things Resident Evil. can never tell if I'm doing it right, or if it's actually interactable with or not. Nemesis beats the Tyrant and then becomes the dog thing at the very end of the game instead of like halfway through. Ooh. Come on, Jill. Push. Looks like I need one more. I don't know who that is. Oh, it's right here. I want to get a chance to use my cool rocket launcher. I can barely hear that guy. Make this an actual thing you can hold and aim in Remake. I mean, it was very obvious, but it does make this a lot cooler. I don't care. Don't want to risk it. Hey. So how do I use the cannon? Do I need to read in this boss fight? Because I don't want to do that.
4, 3, 2,
Oh. I feel like I was standing right in front of that. Do I need to do this again now? No? Huh. I guess it's just... It's automatically... Like, what if he's not in front of me?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, he's there. So we're good. Cool. Alright, I don't really quite understand this fight. You get stun locked very easily.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I think that one missed.
Warning. System overheating. Enter cooldown mode.
Can't examine this. Yeah, I don't really understand that fight. Like how much is shooting him with non-laser stuff necessary. Also, it seems he just kind of gets stuck in the middle after that first shot. I wonder how much that's automated. Easiest choice in the whole game right here.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Oh, can't examine it. God, it's so good. It's such an empowering moment. This guy's been chasing you the entire game, having like at least 3 boss fights with him. It's just so satisfying to see him as a puddle in the ground. And then the iconic one-liner. Best one-liner in Resident Evil. I can't... Okay, is that line actually good or not? I mean, obviously it's fantastic and great, but like, should have been like, you'll be seeing stars or something, and then she shoots him? I don't know. It's so dumb and I love it so much. Stars, I'll give you stars.
It's over, Carlos.
What are you talking about? Don't you hear that? There's a second chopper, and it's here to rescue you.
How do you
Who
know
is it?
this?
Who could possibly be looking for me?
It doesn't matter.
How-
We just have to be there when it lands.
Thanks. You saved us.
I couldn't let you die.
Is it you?
Are you ready to finish this?
It's coming.
Yeah. It's the end.
That's it. Umbrella's going down.
Wasn't quite as sad about hometown being destroyed in nuclear blast aside, remember? But that's why it's the best ending, because
And
Barry
now we
shows
have
up.
a rather unfortunate turn of events. It seems that the President and the Federal Council have passed judgment over the civilians of Raccoon City. The President and Federal Council have ruled that the Bacillus Terminate operation is the best course of action for this extreme situation, and have since executed. Based on that fact, Raccoon City has been literally wiped off the map. Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark.
That's not very
Our hearts go out to
many.
those poor civilians.
It's not as many as I expected, more accurately. I feel like this credit song's good, but I'll talk over it anyway. Can't tell if more's going to happen or not. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, good game. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. So I don't know if the US government dropping a nuclear weapon on American City is too far or not, but I like it. I think it's a good ending to the Raccoon City arc, I guess, of Resident Evil, if you will. Like, what better way to put it behind us than literally just nuking it off the map? Resident Evil 2, 3, and Code Veronica are all in the same way. Umbrella's going down. Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella. Whatever Chris says then in Code Veronica. And then, yeah, I get why people were disappointed at the Resident Evil 4 for just being like, stocks, Umbrella doesn't exist anymore, trust us. When they've been teasing for so long in so many games, all the characters working together to bring down Umbrella. Like, that would have been an awesome game. And I wish Resident Evil 4, like, they could have just done the President's Daughter storyline and just not mention anything about Umbrella and leave that open to tell in another game. Like, there's a 6-7 year gap between Resident Evil 4 and these original games. They could have just acted like nothing. Like, don't tell us what happened, and if they ever felt like going back and making it, have the ability to make it do whatever they want with it. It seems strangely upbeat, this song. But yeah, so this is the best ending because Barry shows up in a helicopter to save Jill. It's Barry Burton, and he does not appear if you jump off or if you push Nemesis off that bridge. So I'm going to read about all the live selections now. So, in order, first one, fight with monster in the police station. So there actually is a reason to fight with the monster. You can grab a S.T.A.R.S card from Brad's bodies to get to the RPD faster, not to find one on your own. Nemesis can be defeated, it's just very unlikely to actually happen. But yeah, so you get the S.T.A.R.S card early, doing that. Then there's the one in Grill 13 where you run in the basement or hide in the kitchen. One gives you the free kill, the other one does nothing. E does not sound very good. 5.5 hours. That took me longer than probably either one of my remake playthroughs, which is kind of shocking, considering how much longer games got on the whole. Oh yeah, it's the first Mercenaries mode. There's the key for all the costumes. Oh yeah, this game had like 7 or 8 or 9 epilogues for like pretty much every major character of the series, showing what they're up to. And the only way to see them all is to beat the game like 8 times, which obviously I'm not going to do. I'll post links to them. It's actually pretty interesting to see where all the characters were post. I guess not post Code Veronica, I guess around that time before RE4. So after escaping the city, Jill set out to join Chris Redfield. However, all she finds is an empty hideout of Chris's. On the floor is Chris's knife. Jill left without hesitation because she firmly believes that Chris is still alive. Why is there so much blood? She'll find him. Blah blah blah. So Chris is in Europe, I guess, and she was. I don't know what hideouts of hers she's checking, considering Raccoon City got mapped. Where else Chris would be? But yeah, trying to partner up with Chris to put in an umbrella. Anyway, back to the live selections. So, the run in the basement, hide in the kitchen thing at the grill also affects who shows up where. So, if you run in the basement with the running water and all that stuff, that causes Nikolai to be at the gas station and Carlos at the sales office. So I wasn't making that up. It's possible to drown down there. Those trigger a cutscene. Alright, and then there's one at the Raccoon City Press where you can jump out the window and hide in the back. Which I think this is actually just the same thing as the Grill 13 one. Just you can actually go here first and maybe trigger it earlier. Not entirely sure. Remember that? I don't remember that one actually. Okay. It's the one where you can shock the zombies by increasing electrical output or head to that emergency exit, which just causes Nemesis to stalk you. It sounds like not that interesting. The garage earthquake one is literally pointless. The only way it affects is if you don't make a decision like I did versus the helicopter, then Jill takes damage from the crate. So the cable car, jump out the window, use emergency brake, just affects where you start. If you jump out the window, you'll enter the clock tower through the back door, and Carlos will give Jill some freeze rounds for the grenade launcher in the main hall. So that's pretty useful, actually. And the fight with Nemesis after you ring the bell has him armed with his rocket launcher still. So if you do what I did, use the emergency brake, you don't get the freeze rounds, but Carlos appears at the start of Nemesis' fight and destroys his rocket launcher before being knocked out, making Nemesis unable to use it. If neither decision is made, the cable car will crash and Jill will be flung into the clock tower front courtyard, suffering damage from the crash. The story will play it out as if Jill used emergency brake. Use the light or cord at Nemesis in the clock tower. If you use the light, he'll be blinded and pushed from the balcony by Jill. And you won't get an item from him, but he won't stalk her for a while. If you use the cord, then he'll get shocked and you can get the item, but he will also stalk her when she leaves the balcony. Here we go. So on the bridge, push him off, jump off. This choice directly impacts the ending of the game. If Nemesis is pushed off the bridge, Jill enters the factory on the top floor and meets Carlos in the same room. Nikolai will be killed by Nemesis in the end, and Jill and Carlos will take the chopper to leave the city before it's destroyed. So Nikolai just straight up dies by Nemesis, and no barracks use that chopper. If Jill jumps off, she'll enter the factory via the sewers where she's rescued from zombies by Carlos. Nikolai will steal the remaining chopper, but Jill and Carlos will be saved by Barry Burton. It should be noted that this choice is canon, although I guess not anymore after Remake. Which I'm not upset Barry didn't appear in Remake, just because it's a lot of effort to create a whole model for him. Even though I guess in this one I only made like a small one. Just because you're going to do what you see from behind, like only see the beard. So maybe they could have got Barry, but whatever. And then there's the chopper one, which I already read. And then, yeah, you can ignore and evacuate, but who would ever do that after the final battle with Nemesis? You want stars, I'll give you stars. You have to choose that. This game's incomplete if you didn't choose that. Time does not stand still during this cutscene. If done with the missile close hitting Raccoon City, the game will end. So that's interesting. If neither decision is made, Nemesis will successfully attack Jill one last time and poison her before he dies. Which, I guess if you only get poisoned, it's not that big a deal, because you're like one room from the end of the game. Alright. Let's see if I can, find those endings. I mean, I'll post a link to it so you guys can read it for yourselves. So I'm not going to just read all the text for it because that'd be boring, but if one jumps out as me being interesting. Alright, should I take the card and see about see these alt costumes? Nah, I just post a link to it. Alright, epilogue files, here we go. It's one for Jill, Chris, Leon, Claire, Ada, Cherry. Oh, and I guess Nikolai maybe is that last one? Oh, Hunk, okay. So Leon's is fairly important. Let's go to his. It basically shows him he's like getting recruited by the government to work for him. But he's also like being threatened, kind of, which is funny because I think this guy's supposed to be the president in 6. But Leon Scott Kennedy is confronted with a man who claims to be a U.S. government agent. Leon says, "Leave Sherry alone. She is innocent." "She knows too much," the man replies. He looks at Leon and says, "But you have value. This is a good deal. Make your choice." That sounds super threatening. Without regret or hesitation, Leon closes his eyes and then sharply responds. So basically, they don't straight up blackmail or threaten him. Well, they do, I guess, but they're just kind of like, "Hey, we'll take care of Sherry." I don't really know what they're planning on doing with Sherry. I know Sherry kind of grew up at like being watched by the government because she was like infected with G and all that, but I don't know. It's they use Sherry to get Leon to work from them, I guess. They just put the pressure on. They don't like explicitly threaten her or anything, but it's very shady. All right, fine. I'll read more. Here's Claire's. "Leave us alone, Claire Redfield." Oh wait, that was my Claire voice, by the way. What Leon says is, "Leave us alone." Claire Redfield couldn't believe Leon's words. Leon continued, "You're looking for your brother, right? Just go." Claire knew that Leon and Sherry needed immediate medical attention, but she could not waste any more time. I'll be back, I promise," she said. She disappeared into the wilderness alone. I mean, it took you like 3 months to. Actually, I don't know how long she's in prison, but Code Veronica's 3 months later. Chris is not that urgent of a deal. Alright, Chris's is just like, "Oh, I'm an idiot and gonna not tell anybody I'm going to Europe." It's basically like, "I'm going to Europe and I'm sorry, Claire, I can't tell you though." And then I cost Resident Evil 2 because he's an idiot. What's Barry's? Does it have to deal with Wesker threatening his family? I don't remember this one. But you do get pictures of his daughters and his family, which comes into play in Resident Evil Revelations 2. Yeah, he's just like, he feels bad for betraying everyone in Resident Evil 1, even though he's forced to, and then he leaves his family to go work with Chris to take down Umbrella. Here's Sherry. Sherry's interesting, I bet. Oh, this is sad. "Do you have any relatives?" When the army officer asked her, Sherry Birkin did not respond, for she has no immediate relatives. Her father and mother died because of the G virus. And so, this little girl holds herself with her arms and bites her lip tight. She thinks, "I'm sure she will come back. She won't forget about me." So, because she's waiting on Claire to do something with her and not just being held captive by creepy government people and grow up alone. That's sad. Alright. Alright, I'm already this far. I'm going through all of them. Here's Ada's. Ada's is pretty interesting. A woman looks at herself. I guess. Okay, never mind. A woman looks at herself in the mirror. She used to be called Ada Wong. ... But this morning she will say goodbye to the name. I'm not Ada Wong anymore. She feels her ab and thinks, this is Ada's scar, not mine. And as she says goodbye to Ada Wong, she can't stop her tears. However, there's much time left before her next mission. So that was all forgotten. That never came up again. That she had like multiple identities and all that. Alright, what's the deal with Hunks? Once again, only you survived, Mr. Death. The chopper pilot speaks with a cold bitterness. Always, only you survive, Mr. Death. There are so many commas in that sentence. The pilot continues, but Hunk does not respond to the pilot. He doesn't care. The Death cannot die. The survivor thinks himself with a warm smile. Hunk's a cool badass, I guess, is the point of that. But, yeah, it is pretty interesting. Alright, let's see if I can see if I can kill Nikolai. I like Nikolai surviving better. Just normal dude, gets out. But he's a jerk, let's kill him. Yes, this way. Oh, it's gonna be a long episode, even though I finished the game probably within the first 20 minutes. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Pretty good, though. It's cool and neat. I don't know if I can say what's definitively better than the remake or not, but I will say that, yeah, it's better. Just, go, why did Nemesis chase you? It would have been cool. Why can't I go to the Dead Factory? Why do I have to do a lab again? Why can't I explore Clock Tower? Clock Towers are cool. Why is Nemesis a dog? Oh, no. I don't care. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, but like, Tyrant was made 1 year after Resident Evil 2. I think it satisfies the itch for more Resident Evil. While we wait for Code Veronica to bring a true next-gen experience and continue the story. Like for being... Oh man, I gotta kill you guys again. Like for being originally supposed to be a spin-off that they slapped a number on. Either... People say it's because they had an agreement with Sony. Oh crap. To like put all the numbered Resident Evil titles on PlayStation, but that's not actually true. I think the directors or whoever just viewed it as a trilogy and wanted to put a 3 on it, which I'm sure certainly helped with sales. But know. It's impressive. Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 hold up as being good. Code Veronica, less so. I still haven't played Resident Evil 0. I can't decide if I want to play through that on stream or not. Because I've heard it's hard, and I never played it before. I feel like it could go poorly. Alright. Wow. That was... Wow, I was about to say it's incredibly efficient. But now I'm just gonna get bit a lot in the legs. I'm still surprised, at least Nemesis Remake, I'm fine with it for 2. They didn't include the ability to like kick dudes' heads off with a quick time event. Unless they did, I'm making that up. And I forgot about it for 3. But it's definitely not thinking 2. Alright, let's look up actually. Yeah, what I already forgot which choice. Oh, I want to shoot the helicopter, duh. But I'm really curious what the failed negotiations would look like. Alright, do I just leave? Is that what happens? Yeah.
You're still alive. Such persistence.
Nikolai?
Sorry, but there is no escape from here.
Maybe this is what the rocket launcher is for. Oh, so it's literally... Okay. Oh, I don't have the rocket launcher. I feel like it's gonna go very poorly and I'm not actually gonna kill him. It's gonna be the same exact things before. I don't think the grenade launcher has enough reach. And I don't know how you're gonna freeze a helicopter. It's doing nothing. I feel like maybe I need the rocket launcher. And if you don't have that, you can't do this. Oh, that's dodged him. I think I'm hitting it. I can't tell if that flash is me hitting it or him showing he's about to shoot. I think a handgun's a very stupid way to do this, but whatever. I don't really have anything with range. Yeah, this is definitely for me hitting it. I should probably try to actually dodge. Oh, no.
Although I'm sure I'll miss you, it's time
Yeah,
to say
alright.
goodbye.
Well, I tried.
You can either accept death with dignity or die with regret.
I can't
It's
explain why I like
entirely up to you.
original Nikolai better, but I do. Well, Resident Evil 3 pretty good. I wish I had something cooler to say at the end. I didn't really think about what I was going to say. But still a good game.
Jill,
Holds up.
What happened?
Carlos is way cooler in the remake. The hospital part's pretty great in the
Nikolai
remake.
beat us to the chopper.
I mean, I like the city part in the remake. It just doesn't last long enough. But Nemesis did a lot of cool, unique
I
stuff.
guess this is it then.
And lets you finally walk on
But I
stairs
don't
in
wanna
quick
die
turn
in a
180
place like
degrees.
this.
Quality video game. I don't know.
This
Hopefully I'll be
isn't
back
over
for more
yet.
Resident Evil soon. I don't know exactly
I'm
what I
not
want to
giving
play.
up, Jill. We
'Cause
still
I don't
have
want
a
to play through
chance.
2 again. Because I played through the original 2 so many times. But thanks for watching. Let's see if we can freeze Carlos. We cannot. It's too hot.